Well, welcome to another interview with Derissa Vincentini, who is the Community Science Coordinator for the Invasive Species Center. Welcome back, Derissa.
Thanks, Heidi. Thanks for having me.
Well, now, when last we spoke, you were very busily coordinating some community pulls around the Himalayan balsam, which is a very beautiful flower, however, can be considered to be somewhat invasive.
Yeah, definitely. So as you can see from the pictures behind us, the Himalayan balsam is a beautiful flower, as you said, which is one of the reasons it was introduced as an ornamental. But it does pose a lot of risks to our environment, society, and economy, as does all invasive species. So it reproduces very quickly. It's an impatient species, which means those seed pods, as they mature, if you touch them, they explode.
Boom.
So that's how the seeds spread. And if those seeds get into streams or waterways, then they can spread downstream very rapidly.
Right.
And that's one of the risks is as Himalayan balsam invades a stream bank, it has such shallow root systems that as it outcompetes native species, it can contribute to soil erosion along the stream bank.
Okay. Now in July, you had 4 events.
Yes.
What was the community response?
You know what? I was so blown away by the support that we had from the community. We, like you said, we had 4 events. Some were public. We had one that was private. And we had great turnout, but even more of a response, through our online social media and just like so many people saying like, hey, I've seen that plant and hey, that's in my backyard. What do I do? And all of this stuff. So, it's one thing that we had great turnout at the events but we also are seeing that response like in people's backyards as well. And that's what that was my goal was to spread awareness about Himalayan balsam, but also invasive species and get people aware of what is in their backyards or in their ditch at their house or, things like that. So, but so far, like you said, we had those 4 polls in July. We added another poll, not directly related to the project because it actually happened in Echo Bay, not in Sault Ste. Marie, but that, still influences Sault Ste. Marie because we aren't a closed system.
No.
And overall, we've removed so far over 100 bags of Himalayan balsam from the area, which I think is excellent and, still counting. So, yeah.
Now, obviously, with a plant as prolific as this, although eradication, I suppose, could be considered a goal, this is more about management, is what I'm understanding.
Yes. So, I mean, with a plant such as Himalayan balsam that is pretty widespread across the, the region or the area, it can be found in all provinces of Canada. We are really just limiting the impacts of Himalayan balsam. You can reach eradication on the site level. It's probably wishful thinking to eradicate it from, say, Ontario, Canada, Sault Ste. Marie. However, what we're doing is really kind of restoring the balance. We're trying to work to help our native species and biodiversity come back into those areas and restabilize those the soil on the stream banks and things like that. So, really we're still limiting the impacts of Himalayan balsam.
Okay. So now these pulls, we keep referring to them as pulls. So this is literally pulling it out by the roots.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So there it is. Right there it is. Now, August still has an opportunity for the community to participate. Is that accurate?
Yes. Okay. So tomorrow, which is August 17th from 1 to 3, in collaboration with Science North, they'll be hosting one of our Himalayan balsam pulls at Bellevue Park. Kind of just around the Cedar Maze if you're looking to join us. So this one is slightly more targeted towards youth, with our collaborators through Science North, and it being at Bellevue Park. It's just a nice area.
Okay,
so we're going to manage some Himalayan balsam there. And then August 31st, Sioux Naturalists are also hosting a Himalayan balsam pull, and this one is at East End Park, which is the woodlot kind of east of the Sault Ste. Marie wastewater treatment plant in the East End, if you're familiar with it. So Sioux Naturalists will be hosting that one, and that one is from 9:30 to 3 on August 31st.
Okay, wow. So now I had also learned that you are hosting some contests.
Yeah, so like I said, one of the main goals of this project is really increasing awareness and getting people thinking about what's in their backyard and, being more aware of everything around them. So we are hosting contests as well. You don't need to come out to one of our polls to get involved. You can pull Himalayan balsam if it is in your backyard or from a property that you do have consent to pull from. And you can enter your efforts into a form on our website, and that gets you entered to win a $100 gift card to New North Greenhouse.
Wow.
And if you do attend one of our pull events as well, you get to enter your efforts into that form and also get entered to that same contest. But also to add to that, what's in my backyard, we're also hosting a reporting contest through iNaturalist. So, you can take pictures of any plants, insects, anything with iNaturalist and learn about what it is. So even if you don't know what it is, it's a great tool to use.
Cool.
So if you find Himalayan balsam and you report it to iNaturalist, you take that picture and you send it in, then you get entered to win another $100 gift card to New North Greenhouses.
Wow.
So we have 2 $100 gift cards up for grabs. So definitely get involved. You can find out more information on our website.
Now, just so on a practical note, though, so if somebody does see it in their backyard and they want to make an effort, is this the sort of plant that fights back? Like, is it thorny or spiky, or can you just grab it and yoink it?
So you can definitely grab it and yoink it. It's actually very easy. It itself doesn't pose any kind of public concerns.
Okay.
However, you never know what plants are around it. So you definitely always want to be wearing, long pants, long sleeves, and gloves whenever you're doing any sort of pull events or even managing a garden or anything like that. You just don't know what's around it. So at the Drake Street Park pull, a lot of the grass around it kind of had almost like a bit of a serrated edge.
Okay.
So if you were wearing t-shirts, you could feel it anyways.
Yeah.
So you never know. It's just better to be prepared. Cow parsnip, which is cow parsnip is native, but it poses risks. It has phototoxic sap.
Okay.
So that's kind of similar to hogweed, but it's a native cousin of hogweed. So it can sometimes grow alongside Himalayan balsam, thistle. There's a number of plants that you just don't want to come in contact with that could be in the same area.
Stinging nettle, for example.
Stinging nettle is another one, absolutely.
I've felt that burn before.
Yes.
Well, this is amazing. Okay, so fantastic community support. You still have 2 opportunities, one happening tomorrow, one at the end of the month, to get your name in, to, communicate your efforts. 2 ways you can play to win a $100 gift card to New North Greenhouse, which is quite a worthy cause, I would say.
Think so. Especially if you're pulling Himalayan balsam from your own garden or backyard, now you have
you can replace
a gift card to replace it and buy some native plants.
So, all right. Well, Derissa, always a delight, very informative, and I really think it's great the way the Invasive Species Center is coordinating these events and these competitions to get people involved. So I appreciate your time today, and we will follow up at the end of August to see how the management efforts have come together.
Thank you so much, Heidi.